Today I'm excited to share my recipe for garlic OP noodles, and that stands for garlic, oyster, parmesan noodles, which I know sounds like such a very strange combination to mix oyster sauce and parmesan, but trust me, this is so comforting, and this is kind of like my easy, quick weeknight meal or for lazy Saturdays. So we'll start with a large pan on medium-high heat and just coat it in some olive oil spray, and then we'll add enough shrimp for 2 people. So this dish realistically could serve 4 people, but just like my miso polenta, we usually end up eating the rest of it straight out of the pan. Next, we'll add a pretty good helping of some freshly cracked pepper. Definitely having lots of pepper in this is key to the flavor, so don't be afraid to add a lot of it. And then we'll just continue to cook the shrimp on medium-high heat until it's just cooked. We don't want it overcooked, but you're not really gonna get a lot of browning in this dish. I'm not overly concerned with that. So once it's all cooked, we're going to set it aside in a separate bowl, but we're not gonna rinse the pan because I kind of want all of the juices from the shrimp and the leftover pepper. So I have chosen to use broccolini for this tonight, but I really switch it up with anything that I have. I've cut the broccolini up into some smaller pieces, and we're going to add an obscene amount of garlic to this. This is another huge component of this dish. And now to cook our noodles. So I've chosen to use lo mein noodles for this, but most of the time I actually use brown soba noodles. So we'll just go ahead and cook those up. And in the meantime, flipping our broccolini, making sure that everything is well coated and getting nice and brown. And just to help it along, I'm going to spray a little bit more of the oil and cover it until it's finished. Once the noodles are done, we're going to make sure that we rinse them really, really well, so this prevents them from sticking. And this goes for rice noodles, for lo mein noodles, for soba noodles. You don't want them to get sticky in the sauce. Now, once our broccolini is cooked, we're going to go ahead and add the shrimp and then add the noodles. You're gonna wanna turn the heat down just a bit to make sure that the noodles don't stick to the pan, and it's okay to have a little bit of the water from the noodles. That will actually help to thin the sauce out. Now for the not so secret ingredients to my garlicky oyster parm noodles. So I add about 3 to 6 tablespoons of oyster sauce. This adds a really nice depth of flavor, a little bit of saltiness, a little bit of sweetness. It's really, really well balanced. So make sure that you mix all of that in here, and again, just enough to your taste. Some people like a little bit less. I like it a little heavier on the oyster sauce. And then kind of the ingredient that really sets us over the top is freshly grated Parmesan. And I know that it sounds a little strange to add oyster sauce and Parmesan, but the Parmesan cheese adds this really nice nutty flavor that's a little unexpected, and also adds the amount of saltiness that you need without adding any salt or soy sauce. Make sure this is well combined, and again, you've taken this off of the heat so that the noodles aren't sticking. This dish is seriously the perfect quick weeknight meal when you don't have a lot of time but you want something really comforting, or maybe it's a lazy rainy Saturday like it is today and you just, are craving something a little bit different. It's not terribly unhealthy for you, with the exception of the oyster sauce, but it does have some nice veggies in there, and you can feel free to use any vegetables that you have, so that also makes this really, really easy. You're going to finish this off with even more cracked black pepper and then some little bits of fresh spring onion on top. And I really hope that you enjoy this. We ate this for dinner last night, and again, like most of our meals, ate a nice little portion in a bowl. We always kind of sit up at the counter when we're having dinner for the most part, and finished that bowl, and then towards the end found ourselves reaching across the counter for more because it was just so delicious. That pan did not last. That's it for my garlic OP noodles.